Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lee here from Revitalise, connecting people, and welcome to Revitalise Reconnects, where I get the opportunity to meet business owners, key decision makers, and members from across Scotland, from within the Scottish business community. And this afternoon, I've got the great pleasure to be with one of my signature speakers from this month's Revitalise events, the chap who runs Fit as Fork and Cards on the Table, the one and only Gordon Frew.
How are you doing, Lee?
I'm very well, Gordon. How are you today?
I'm excellent.
Well, thank you so much for being a signature speaker today.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
That was absolutely superb.
Ace event.
Oh, brilliant. There's a lot of takeaways today.
There was. It was a great room.
Yeah.
A great room.
So I want really to find out this afternoon a little bit about where you came from and why you've set up Fit as Fork and also Cards on the Table. So would you mind telling everybody a little bit about your journey?
My journey, Fit as Fork as a journey has been incredible. A complete accident. Isn't that often the best way? A complete accident. Fit as Fork is weight loss, being a bit sensible with food and doing a daily workout. And I lost 4 stone myself, just doing things my way, because it had to be about food. You know, for me, it couldn't be about calorie counting or points or sins or whatever the latest thing is. And it worked for me. And then the complete accident side of it, Lee, is I was in my friend's house on a Saturday morning, and his wife said to him, "You'll need to watch the kids. I'm going to weigh in at Slimming World." And he said to her, "I'll weigh you for a £5, because you only drive there, stand in scales and come back, and not a great deal changes between the weigh-ins." And I said, "I'll help you." And she lost £17 in 5 weeks. Wow. And said, "You need to do something with that. You need to do something with that." So we did, and then we went from helping one person to 5 to 10, and to 130. By complete accident, just about making things simple.
Brilliant.
And just like in business as well, the simpler the better. Simpler the better. So it's been an absolute blast. It's been an absolute blast.
What's been your biggest challenge, Gordon, if you could share with everybody out there now? So what was the biggest challenge when you were setting up?
Setting up, for me, it's a great challenge. Setting up was the easy part for me, and I know sometimes people are always getting ready. Well, that's what I see a lot of business owners doing. They're always getting ready. So they get their website, then they get a chat bot, then they get something else, and if there's someone selling something, they will buy the next thing as well. And then when it's actually time to go, they go back and look at the website, and they're always getting ready. But that's not something I was ever guilty of. But the challenge more recently has been handling the stuff coming this way. That's actually a good problem to have. I'm not complaining about it. So originally, when people were joining Fit as Fork, I used to jump on a call with them, explain some things, make sure we're getting it right, and we went for there. But going back just a few weeks, maybe 5-6 weeks, I'm starting to get 16 people wanting to join in the one day, and that's 16 phone calls, and that then becomes unmanageable. So challenge-wise now, from compared to startup, is like kind of some of the automation and stuff like that, without losing that personal touch as well. So that's I would say that's my most recent challenge, but we're getting there with that.
Oh, superb. And what's been your biggest success or achievement to date? So you've gone through the challenge, but what's been the sort of pinnacle success or achievement you've had in your journey?
I think people saying you've changed my life, that's pretty cool. And it doesn't matter, and I've got people that have lost 7 stone with me, and people that had a long distance marathon runner who struggled to lose £7, no 7 stone, to get to a target race weight, and she lost it in no time at all with me. And she said, "I have tried everything." So equally, it's not about the amount. But people saying to you, "I'm not quite used to it. I could get used to it," but people saying you have changed my life is pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That's superb. And what's the next door of opportunity for you, Gordon? I mean, you talk about like the Cards on the Table, and you've also got the Fit as Fork. So what's the next door of opportunity for yourself?
I think it's not to take too much else on. I think it's to make sure you're good at the thing you're meant to be good at. I think that is cards on the table is ace, and it's kind of it's more personal development, and it's all about helping people with things more than just weight loss and food and fitness. And at the last Cards on the Table event in Glasgow, people came from all over the UK.
Brilliant.
And that is also having one of those things where people say, that's completely changed my life. And that, again, that's all good stuff. That's all good stuff. And the common theme running through my stuff is helping other people. And I know a lot of people say that. And I'm now of the mindset, the more people I help possible, I'll be all right. The rest of it will be okay. In terms of achievement, when you asked about achievement, I'm actually going back into my old high school to help mentor the kids. Now, there's no commercial aspect to that, but for a lad that dropped out of high school with not a lot behind him, that's also big stuff for me. So, and being busy, you know, it's going to be 1 hour a week, and I'm quite sure that's probably going to be my favourite hour of the week, you know, and there's no commercial aspect to that.
Yeah.
So,
and if there's anybody out there now that could actually help you with your challenge, is there anybody that actually would make it easier for you or a bit to bridge that gap?
do you know what I'm terrible at? One of my challenges is letting go of the stuff like it's almost, I have, you know, the delegation side of things. Scaling things up will probably be my biggest challenge. So anyone who helps businesses go from the 150 client mark to the 250s and the 500s and then the thousands, because there's no ceiling on it. There's no ceiling on it. A lot of people will place their own ceiling on it, and I don't believe there is a ceiling on this. So that would be a person or a firm or whatever that would that helps with scalability.
Yeah. And I think today what we spoke about, and Gordon's touched on that, we talked about the challenges in your business, on the business journey. And, you know, we're talking about those challenges. You need somebody out there who can actually take you to the next level. And I think that's what Gordon's saying. So thank you very much, Gordon.
No
I really appreciate it. And I would highly recommend connecting with Gordon via the virtual networks of LinkedIn, social media platforms, and really make the opportunity to start the conversation with Gordon, especially to find out about Cards on the Table. You know, I'll definitely come along at some point. We'll definitely come along without a doubt. And hopefully we'll see you back at the next Revitalise event that's coming up over the next couple of months.
Fantastic.
But once again, thanks again, Gordon. Really appreciate your time today.
Likewise.
Really do.
Doing great stuff with Revitalise. It's I've been to a few events now. And you're onto something sweet as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, bless you. Thanks very much. Very good of you. Well, we look forward to seeing everybody, myself and Gordon, look forward to seeing everybody at the next Revitalise Reconnects. Stay tuned for the next edition, which will come next week, where I get the chance to speak to a business owner, a connection, a member, and a key decision maker from the Scottish business community. Have a fantastic week, and always have a fantastic weekend when it arrives. Take care. Remember, keep connecting. Bye-bye for now.